time, remember there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.
Hey, it's John Deloney, co-host of The Ramsey Show. Did you know over 18 million people listen to The Ramsey Show every week? A lot of those people listen on one of our 600-plus radio stations across the country. To find a station near you, go to RamseySolutions.com/show.
What up, AJ? After show beginning. Done some last minute chatting in the Ramsey Show chat. Let's see. Put my links in the chat and then we'll get going here. How is your life and stuff, AJ? Do you have any meats being prepared tonight, sir? Let's see. Oh, donations. Orange chicken and white rice. Racist. Kidding. That sounds lovely, AJ. Alrighty. Episode number 221 today. And supposedly we're supposed to have a new follower from the Ramsey Show chat this morning. I cannot remember her name. I think it was a female. We'll throw some green onions in there somewhere. Green onions are excellent. Highly recommend those. Good call on that. Alrighty. Let's get started here. You know what it's time for, AJ. It's time to sing. It's time to sing, so it's time to start up my guitar track that my friend AJ, it was KB, that was who it was. My subscriptions didn't go, my subscriber number didn't go up though. But my pal AJ sent me a guitar track to sing this song to. Oh, no, wait, he didn't. No, wait, he didn't do that. Maybe one day. So until then, I'll just use this karaoke version. Listen for the drum taps. At least sing along, AJ. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of the charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. Stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go coach and why I host this after show. If you don't like results you're getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Step 4 is when you can take a breath and go, let's guzzle and invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. So now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I come to one coach and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like results you are getting now, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Trumpet, take it home. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show After Show. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it and all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach. You can schedule a free consultation assessment at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, anything, at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, add me on the gram, at Coach Steve Money, no spaces. If you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. Obs, thanks for the IO, appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got today. Today's Ramsey Show hosts on an all-new show. We're Dave Ramsey, of course, because it's not a Friday. And hopefully he'll be on all week except Friday. And friend of the after show, author of the brand new book that's available for pre-order, Dr. John Deloney. Own your past, change your future, a not so complicated approach to relationships, mental health, and wellness. Pre-order for $20 and you get $300 worth of bonuses, which they call bribes. Oh, we call him Dr. T, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Ooh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me. Plus, he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop. Gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sets it up. Has the craft of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, he takes a call and then he twirls his pen and he saves the day again. John Deloney. Ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going through, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sets it up. Has the cloud of the healing kind. John, 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 woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. Broke my pen. That's not fun. Happy President's Day, Matt Daniels. Carlisle there. Ooh, what's been a brilliant book? Anxiety redefined and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Well, then now it's has to fix. They didn't fix, but they probably still had fun with John Deloney. Never gonna stop. Gives advice. Such a brilliant mind, he always suits it up. Has the class of the healing kind. John, 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 woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. Alrighty then. Being too rough? What are you talking about, Willis? Who am I being too rough to? Aubrey Miles. Market report. No report really today because the market was closed in honor of President's Day. Let's see. We can check the earnings calendar. Who is the Home Depot is reporting tomorrow morning before the market opens at 9 a.m. On the 24th is Moderna and Square. Salesforce March 1st, Costco March 3rd, Broadcom Inc., which makes network cards and other things. They are on March the 3rd as well. All right, and so all these numbers are from Friday. But let's see. I think Europe's was open. Oh, she said I was being too rough on the pen. I barely touched it. I just slid my fingers up on there a little bit more and it just went brrr. So, yeah. All right. Huntington Bank. Highly recommend. Good pens for free. And also, they have totally free checking. So you don't, if you're in a small business like I am, where they don't do direct deposit, which is required to have a free account somewhere. Huntington Bank, it's a regional bank, but you don't have to have it. There's no requirements for you to have that totally free checking. So cool. Europe looks like it's all down. Asia all down too. So, and like I said, I believe these are actual numbers. The currencies, I think these are different. The US dollar up on the euro, Japanese yen up on the US dollar, the British pound up on the US dollar. Get some fish and chips. The US dollar up on the Canadian dollar, Sorry. And the Australian dollar, mate, up on the US dollar. Let's check our friends in crypto here. And as you can see, that's definitely trading. And that is everything down. And yes, that is how my daughter, especially when she was younger, would talk. Because she had a state up north accent, and so she would be like, I was pretending. She built something like out of Lego bricks or something like that one time, and I was pretending like I was gonna knock it down, and she said, "Do it." instead of don't. So yeah, that's how they roll up in the state up north there. And also North Dakota, where her mom is from. So it's kind of the same kind of accenty thingy. Let's see. Fragile. That's right. Fragile. You got it there. You got it. What? So the sound effect. I don't have a dun 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 dun. I don't have one of those. Don't have one of those. I should get that. So I need to get the sound effects. I need to get some nice graphics, some graphs and stuff like that with a bunch of colors and stuff. Don't have that. All right, let's see. There's not too much money news going on with the markets being closed, but this is news from CNN Business, BIDNESS. It's CNN.com, but CNN Business says right there. Russian banks imported $5 billion in foreign cash in December. I saw that headline, and I was just wondering what this was about. Let's see. They estimate that the country's banks imported $5 billion worth of banknotes in foreign currencies in December, up from $2.65 billion a year before, and a preemptive step in case of sanctions that create increased demand. All right. Oh, the United States is considering new sanctions against Russia, proposing to cut some of its top banks from dollar transactions and reducing their ability to service dollar-denominated obligations. Okay, that's why. All right. Yeah, I didn't even think about the Ukraine thing. All righty. Yeah, poor Cardano for AJ. I Googled, I don't know if you saw it, AJ, I did a thing where I've had, how do you know which virtual currency to buy? And I'm more confused after reading that than I was before. So that really wasn't an answer. I mean, basically it said, look at how it's doing or how it's done, and there's not a long enough track record. And the other stuff is that the community. So that means what? Ask the people on the Reddit. So I don't know. It was interesting, but no real answers, of course. This one from Fool.com. The Motley Fool is the name of the website. Tech sell-off. 2 unstoppable stocks to buy and hold for the next decade. Let's see. Now the the NASDAQ is way down. It's 16%, I think I figured out earlier, since the high. Where's the high? Right there on November 19th. It's 16% down. So 10% down is a correction by definition. 10% down is, and so it's come down 6 more percent. Let's look at 5 years so we can just see. Here is the previous high before the pandy, and then here's the 33% loss with the pandy crash. There you go. And then 5 months later, right? Feb to June, February, March, April, May, June. 4 months. So, and then 5 months later, it was a new high again. So, but this is what it has done there, and that's what that looks like. Excuse me. So since it has gone way up, to lose 33% again, it would have to go like probably to right here. Yeah. Get a little beverage. Sorry about that. Let's see. Y'all heard some of the Ukraine has declared sovereignty from the rest of Ukraine, so Russia has sent troops to those regions for peacekeeping. So basically, Russia has invaded under the guise of peacekeeping. Of course. There's also been reports of like some stuff that is false flag stuff, like stuff that in theory like explosions and stuff in theory that Russia could have caused in order to give them a reason to say, well, we needed to go in there because that was happening. So who knows? Who knows what's going on over there? I do know that I'm waiting for to find out how Chief Hopper gets back to the rest of us, because he's in Russia there in the Stranger Things, which is, when is that? Let's see when that is. Stranger Things season premiere. Series will end after season 5. So let's see. Come on. That's how that theme song goes, something like that. All new Stranger Things series could be in the works, of course. You got your coming soon, your Game of Thrones prequel series called House of the Dragon. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, May 27th. Alrighty. Volume 1 of Season 4 will debut May 27th. So that's May 27th. Obi-Wan starts May 25th, which is the 45th anniversary of Episode 4. And Dr. Deloney, of course, said that Do or Do Not, There Is No Try, was from Episode 1, which I think he was meaning the first Star Wars movie, which was Episode 4, but that's all right. Maybe it's not his thing. Maybe he's a Lord of the Rings fan instead. Do not know about that. All right. Oh, Mob said it. Did you Google it, dog? Did Obs Google it? All right. Where were we? We did the tech sell-off. Here we go. All right. So I don't know how I got off on that tangent. Sorry about that. 2 unstoppable stocks to buy and hold for the next detail. Now we don't. I was talking about the tech sell-off, and so the Nasdaq, and so we don't, of course, condone the buying of single stocks, but that is in what mutual funds. That is what's in mutual funds, is single stocks. It's just a bunch of them, and that diversifies you. So let's see. Key points are high inflation has sparked a sell-off in many tech stocks, but the macroeconomic headwinds are temporary. Salesforce helps its clients provide a high-quality customer experience across every interaction. Oh, I don't think they're doing well, though. And Axon's hardware, software, and sensors help protect customers, law enforcement officers, and other public safety officials. So let's see if they might have the numbers in here, but they don't have a nice handy graph. So let's just take a look at those. What do we got? Sales. Gotta spell it correctly. America's favorite show. Steve Google stuff. Salesforce stock. Alrighty, so let's go to the 1 year here. And that seems like a lot of down to me, dog. I mean, I guess it's about the same. Let's see, 6 months. It's probably about the same as everything else, and so they think it's coming back there. 5 years, it's up over the 5-year mark. Let's see. 307.25 and 196.84. Let me get out the handy calculator. What did we say again? It is 196.84 divided by 307.25. Okay, and you remember the entire NASDAQ is down 16% since its high, about the same date. And that would be, this is down 36%. So, I mean, if it's coming back and going to hit that high again, that's a good sale. But that's 36% down, so. Alrighty, and what was the other one? Axon. Alright. Again, these are Friday's numbers, even though it says today. Let's see. Oh no, that was just today. Let's see. Yep. 1 year. Okay, so that came down and went back up in December a little bit. Looks like it got half of it back. The high was way back in August, though. Like way before some of the other problems that we've been having. Yeah, so I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that. That's a ways down there. My goodness. Alrighty. But that's what this article says in the Motley Fool. Alrighty. Or so Google said. Let's see. Stranger Things Volume 2 will premiere 5 weeks later on July. I wonder why they are calling them different volumes. I wonder if this season will be different in that it will be like 2 different stories, and there'll be like a time jump or something like that in between, like the first 4 or 5 episodes will be one story, and then it will like time jump or something like that and do like a different story. That would be interesting. All right, that's from the Wall Street Wall Street Journal. Samantha and Gertrude, maybe? G-U-E-T. Is that an R or T? I don't know. And they work at Ethel's. Let's see. Okay, worried about inflation and supply constraints? Try being a small business. So they're saying, you think it's bad, going to these businesses and not, them not having materials to make things, and so forth, and because of the inflation, and so of course we can't read the full story. But let's see. Small businesses bearing the brunt of supply chain pressures and rising prices, with many tapping their cash reserves or taking on debt. Don't do that just to compete with larger rivals. That's not going to work. Most smaller firms don't have the heft and sophistication to thrive in an environment of booming demand and short supply, the same forces that many of America's biggest companies have been able to ride to higher earnings. High inflation, a tight labor market, stressed supply chains, and dwindling liquidity are straining many small businesses, and my eyes as I try to read this. Exacerbating, that's a good word, exacerbating the existing power imbalance between small and big firms. All right. This from the Columbus Dispatch. That would be my local paper here, and this is their website, and I have 3 free articles left, so thanks to them. This says, widespread USPS delays in mail delivery leave Columbus residents frustrated. Chronic staff shortages at the U.S. Postal Service have led to widespread delays in mail delivery in and around Columbus, with some customers saying they have gone several days or weeks without receiving their mail. Sean McGovern, 53, of North Linden, said Thursday he and his wife have received mail only twice in the last 2 weeks at their home. When their mail was delivered Wednesday, not every item they expected was there. And it normally comes on Sunday now, McGovern said. I don't know why that is. Social media from Reddit to next door is also awash with complaints from area residents of slow or non-existent delivery. I've not gotten any mail for the better part of a month. One Reddit user from Grandview Heights posted just last week. A resident near Clintonville indicated their mail had stopped for 2 weeks. And Greater Columbus residents are not alone. Similar reports of little to no mail being delivered have surfaced in places like Chicago, Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, and parts of Maryland. What? Oh, I know. Oh, they put that. They put that the Missouri there to differentiate it from Kansas City, Kansas. Post office lines that last more than an hour. Are your guys' mail coming? Hobbs and AJ. Boom, 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 boom. USPS holding weekly local job fairs through March to fill openings. Y'all go, you can go and do some work there, man. Letter carriers working 12-hour days covering multiple routes. USPS to conduct audit of Central Ohio mail delivery. That will make it faster. All right, Hobbs getting our mail. Yeah, I think we're getting it fine. I haven't been missing any bills, and we're getting checks and stuff here at the office. Fine. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Kelly G is getting mail okay there in Milwaukee. Are you?
Oh, you're right, Steve.
Okay. All right, that's what I thought. There's a sound effect for you, Obs. Let's see. This is from Tech Radar Pro, techradar.com. One of the best Microsoft Teams features is finally available. All users. Background blur is now available across all Microsoft Teams clients. And now before the client, of course, meaning the software on your computer. That is a client. And that means you can do it even if you have the free account, not the paid account. That means you can use background blur. Let's see. Alex hasn't had a problem with mail coming, especially lovely. Congrats, you've been approved for a credit card. How often you getting those, Obs? I don't really get that many of them. I got another one. When did I get a second one? I got the one that I shredded on the channel. I have the video of me shredding it. It's what to do when you get a pre-approved credit card application. And since I got another one, I think last month, I thought about doing another video, but I didn't. So no, I haven't been getting that many. Alrighty, and let's see, this from Yahoo finance.yahoo.com. Intel's new chip plans could turn rival AMD's fortunes. And let's see, Intel, I believe, is going to start making some video cards. Their latest focus on making chips to meet rising demand will give Advanced Micro Devices Incorporated, its biggest rival in the server and PC market, a chance to build a greater foothold in the segment. Intel, which plans large investments in chip technologies in the next 4 years, said on Thursday, expects revenue from its segment housing PCs to grow in low to mid single digits and its data center and AI business to grow in high teens from 2023 through 2026. Company shares fell about 6%, while those of AMD slipped 1% on Friday, and those both would be in the NASDAQ as well. That's your tech stock index. Also, that one is a large cap index. Let's see. AMD's market cap briefly breached Intel's earlier this week when it closed its $50 billion Xilinx, I don't know, Xilinx deal. Don't know how you pronounce that. AMD is about 1 billion short of Intel's roughly 182 billion market cap, both far from Nvidia's $585 billion. And Nvidia sells the most video cards, I believe. Let's see. That just doesn't say anything about Intel doing video cards, but I'm sure I saw something on that. Let's I know what we can do. We can Google it. Steve is Googling stuff for you. Intel video cards new. Everything we know about Intel's gaming GPU. Let's go with this from TechAdvisor.com. Intel Arc graphics card, everything you need to know. Intel Arc looks to take on Nvidia and AMD in the consumer graphics card market, with the first of many due for release in early 2022. And that can only be good news, because competition will make the prices go down, possibly. Or at least make them more available. It's hard to get the newer, more expensive graphics cards, video cards these days, because of the supply chain shortage. So the same circuit boards that are used in cars that they're waiting on, as we talked about earlier. Oh no, that was on the Ramsey Show chat. That was not in the after show. But that's the same dealio with that. And video cards were already in high demand already because of the people mining crypto with them, because that's what mines it. It uses video card processing and not the CPU processing. Very interesting. Let's see. About 23 this year. Oh, 2 or 3 so far this year. Bob said. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, and it's been so bad. Example, I have said this before. The card that I have now is 5 years old. And right now, if you bought a card with that exact same chip in it, it would cost you more than I paid for it 4 years ago. So it's like, it's not a better card at all. It's the exact same card, but a good $50 to $75 more than I paid for it back then. All right, so let's just see what we got here. Intel Arc, new brand of graphics technology that looks to compete with the likes of NVIDIA and AMD on its own website. Showcase in 2021, showcasing a video teasing what to expect from the first graphics card in the series at launch in early 2022. Since then, we've got various bits of information about the upcoming graphics card, including an update during Intel's CES presentation, Consumer Electronics Showcase, I think. Consumer Electronics Showcase. The question is, what should we expect from the tech giant? Will it truly be a competitor to the hugely popular NVIDIA RTX 30 series, which the cheapest one of those, I believe, is about $500, and AMD Radeon RX 6000 series. We round up the latest Intel Arc GPU. Let's see what it says. Doom. It's codename Alchemist, but Intel has already teased product codenames, including Battle Mage, Celestial, and Druid. All right. They have multi-gear and possibly multi-generational plan for the graphics processing unit brand. Obviously, the first of many will be Q1 2022, which runs from January until March, so they're running out of time in February. So March is probably when it would be. While Intel focused on the 12th generation Intel Adler processors at CES 2022, that would be the CPU. It did tease that the upcoming GPU has started shipping OEMs, original equipment manufacturers, including Asus, Acer, Dell, Samsung, and MSI, for inclusion in 2022 laptops and desktops, suggesting a release isn't too far away. No, I would imagine not. Let's see how much it will cost. Are they gonna guess? It's not saying what kind of card, what a spec from it. I just want to see what range it is, if it's like, how much better it is the one that I have, basically, which again is 5-year-old technology. Boom, 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 boom. 20 times faster than, well, that doesn't help. Benchmarks for one model, suspected to be the top-end model, have appeared online. Shows that the GPU can compete with NVIDIA's RTX 3070 Ti in some regards, so that's a pretty decent one. Actually, that's near the top end there. So let's see. Let's go with 9017 compared to 8369 of the so it actually beats it in some categories. Interesting. So he didn't say a price or anything like that. So what time is it? Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, in about an hour and 15 minutes from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, will be tech support with Coach Steve Money, where I will do this, what I'm about to do now, with the Dave Ramsey subreddit. I will be doing that with the tech support subreddit. And I think what I'm going to do is save the Dave Ramsey subredditing for the after show when we run out of news. And I will do tech support every week. So let's see. It's from Sarah EB 1991. And that, whoops. I clicked on the flare there for what would Dave do? And child support question. It's rare that I get child support. The dad is over $3,000 behind and was threatened jail time by the court. I'm getting an $85 payment this week and maybe for a few weeks after. Who knows? I have trouble deciding on what needs to be done with it. I don't look at it as my money. To me, it's just my son's money. He's 9, so obviously can't make a decision like that on his own. In the past, I would let him buy shoes he wanted. Last spring break, I let him take an envelope of cash to spend in Florida. He spent some of that at the fair, stuff like that. Should I start putting money in a savings account for him, or should I let him save, keep it on his own, since it's not that common? He gets money from my husband and I every week for chores and such. He wants to use some of the money to buy the new Mario Kart expansion pack for his Switch. He's got a Switch. He's doing fine. He doesn't need it. Dave says that's your money to help raise the child. So that means you put that with the rest of your money and you raise the child accordingly. So, I mean, you can give some of it if you want, but I would first put it with your money and then you give that to him, and don't I wouldn't differentiate it. I wouldn't say, well, this money is always going to be coming in and it's always going to be for you. I would not do that. So that's for you to raise the child. It's not for the child himself. Right, Churchill, right for me. It's from Blair Blue. And let's see, been in the process searching for a mortgage lender that will do manual underwriting. I've called local banks and some local lenders. So far, the bank tells me that's a no-go without a credit score. They could do it, they just don't want to do it. Mortgage lenders become unresponsive when asked to go through the underwriting process. Got a credit card about 5 months ago and still have no credit score. Bad bad decision. Got in contact with Churchill, who have been great at explaining the process and customer service in general. Yep. Just sent an application back, but I read a lot about higher interest fees. You don't put apostrophe S on it to make it plural. And a large down payment from them. It should be a 10% down payment at minimum anyway. We have no debt. We have, I guess, no credit score. Well, if you just take out the credit card and don't put anything on it, then your credit score is not going to change probably. So, I mean, that's good. You don't have any debt. Or maybe we have no debt and you're not counting that credit card. Just that credit card. We're out of debt, but we have that credit card with money on it. Yeah, so back in college, so it's just my income. We have money saved for a down payment. We are super good at living with pretty much. Yeah, you might pay a little bit higher interest rate with manual underwriting, and so that's going to be the price you pay for being out of debt and having no risk like that. So that does happen, but Churchill will be able to get that done for you. They are a broker, and they find you a lender that will do that. Get a pinch and you can sell what? The Switch, the kid's Switch. Let's see, this from Rico Ray, they're 23. Baby step 4 flare there. Rollover IRA to Roth IRA tax question. Okay, I'm trying to fully understand this, so asking. Context, got a new job, decided to roll my old job's 401k to a Fidelity. I almost said Fidelity, just like that guy in that video. I watched the video one time, and I don't think the guy was British or anything like that, but he said Fidelity 800,000 times in that video. So to a Fidelity rollover IRA account. Now that it's officially moved, I want to transfer to its final resting spot into a Roth IRA, right? Since that amount, about $23K, hasn't been taxed yet, I'll have to pay taxes. Sound like you understand it pretty good. Have to pay taxes on it the next tax year after I officially move it into a Roth IRA, correct? Yes. That's because it hasn't been taxed yet, and Roth IRAs are taxed before it goes into your account. Is that right? Yes. Also, how to figure out the amount that will be taxed on that $23K so I can plan and budget to pay that. That is a good question. I believe that will be counted as income for you, so it would be on top of your other income, so it would be at that top bracket, I believe. Let me see if I can find a quick answer to that. How do you figure tax on IRA conversions to Roth? Roth IRA conversion calculator. Look at that. Where it at? Here we go. Okay, so how much is 23,000? Wasn't it? Let's check. Wasn't it? 23K. Combined value of all your non-Roth 23,000. Meaning non-deductible, we'll say no, not the full amount. Will that fill in? There we go. It sure does. Filing status. Doesn't say. So let's pretend single. And estimated taxable income not including conversion amount. Let's go with, did that person say? No, let's pretend that's 50K. That sound good to you, Obs? Okay, that's 50K. Current federal. Okay, that will be determined. Estimated federal income tax rate at time of first withdrawal. What can we do on that? On 50, so the taxable income, so that actually means that it's going to be more, they're going to be making more like 62 to 65, something like that. So we'll act like that's it. So I think the top end on that is, let's see, at the time of first withdrawal. I don't know what that means, withdrawal. Yeah, I don't know what they mean, withdrawal. Like when you're gonna take it in your when you after you retire? Oh, let's just say 30%, because that'll be the top end. So I don't know about that. Do you wish to include state taxes? We won't, to make it simpler. Number of years until you expect to take your first withdrawal from the converted funds. Okay. So yeah, that seems like what they're doing. Doesn't say how old. Let's see if they did comments. I'm just doing myself. Will they provide that option? Your brokerage will give you the option to withhold 20%. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just say 30% on that. Number of years. How about 30? Risk profile and expected rate of return from your IRA investments. Oh, does that mean, let's go with the aggressive. This tool is used in the 2022 cost of living tables. Alrighty, and that change. Oh, that's 22% then. So you'd owe approximately 5,000 of that in federal income taxes too. It says 5060. Let's say that anywhere. There we go. Let's say hypothetical account values at time of first withdrawal in 40 years. A traditional, so you'd make 17,000 extra in 30 years by doing Roth. And that includes the so you'd have to take out because you would have $5,000 more, so that'd be 108. So that's 12,000 more. So you're gonna spend 5 to make 12. So yeah, that's up to you when it's a small amount like that, I guess. And of course that me putting perhaps the wrong tax rate in there, like if you're not making any money when you withdraw, like if you, let's just say that's down to 10%. Let's see what that changes it to. Whoa, okay, so if you're only on the time of first withdrawal, then that is not worth it at all to change, and you just roll it over as is in that case. All right. Time is, all right, let's do one more. And baby step 7, where to park savings for 1 year. We're in step 7, so our mortgage is paid up, but we're currently saving for our next home. The goal is to pay for it in cash, including our excess savings and profits from the sale of our current home. we won't be in a position until at least a year from now. We have approximately $100,000 in savings. It's earning practically nothing in our savings account now. Where should we store it for in the meantime? You can get maybe 0.5% interest in a high yield savings account. I don't know what you're getting in your savings account now, but you can't put it in the market, because in 1 year, if you only are parking it for 1 year, that's not enough time. You got to have at least 5 years in the market in order to meet the threshold for Dave's advice. And the reason for that is because the market has been at least back even, if not higher, in every 5-year period in history. So that would be why. Alrighty. Okay, so let's see. What are we doing here for tonight? Oh yeah, I wanted to check to see if we got another subscriber. We did not. That's okay though. I got, I think, a few over the weekend. Let's see. What do we have? Monday through Friday, this show, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Ramsey Show Aftershow show starts right after the Ramsey Show video ends. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I need to change that. That's going to be just tech support with Coach Steve Money. The Ramsey Coach Support is what I just did, and so I'll just do that to tag the end of this show. Wednesdays, no said time, the Curse of Oak Island recap. There is no Curse of Oak Island episode this week, or Beyond Oak Island episode this week, because Abraham Lincoln is taking over the History Channel with a nightly miniseries. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming. I also do bonus ones at other times, but I definitely do one Wednesday and Saturday night. And the most recent game I finished was Uncharted 2. I had never played Uncharted 1 and 2 before, but I played them just recently, and they're good games. Excuse me. And I went to go see the Uncharted movie last night, and my 2-second no-cap review of it is that it was really good. It was like on par with the National Treasure movie, and I love those movies. So there you go. I mean, is it Spider-Man? Is it Avengers? No. Is it Star Wars? No. But I mean, it's a pretty good movie. Very entertained. My son and I both liked it very much. Alrighty. Okay, and my plugs, schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and that link is at the top of the chat and in the video description below. That P right there in my, what's this called, YouTube banner. That's paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, and that's how you can donate and show your appreciation. Every little bit helps. I don't get any money from YouTube until I get 1,000 subscribers. Let's see, that globe right there is the Instagram link, and that is Coach Steve Money, no spaces in that. Alrighty. Again, I will be about an hour, 58 minutes from now, I will be doing tech support with Coach Steve Money, which is exactly what I just did with the Dave Ramsey subreddit. I'll be on the tech support subreddit, and I will be using my 25 plus years of experience being a PC repair tech, and I will be answering questions, making comments, etc., etc. Alrighty. Make smart financial decisions every day.